Once upon a time, in a small fishing village on the coast, there lived a family of fishermen. The father, Harry, was an experienced fisherman who had been fishing for over 30 years. His wife, Jane, was a homemaker who took care of their 3 children, Tim, Sally, and Mike. One day, Harry went out to sea to catch some fish, as he did every day. However, he had a terrible day and caught no fish. As he returned home empty-handed, he knew he had to come up with a plan to feed his family. So, he went to the local fish market and bought a large, fat fish. When he arrived home, he showed the fish to his wife and children, and they were thrilled. Harry began to prepare the fish for dinner, but as he started to cut into it, he realized that something was wrong. The fish had a strange smell, and its flesh was a strange color. "Harry, what's wrong with the fish?" Jane asked. "I don't know, but I think it might be spoiled," Harry replied. "Well, we can't eat it now," Jane said, disappointed. Just then, Tim, the eldest son, came up with an idea. "Why don't we give the fish to our pet goldfish?" The rest of the family thought this was a great idea, and they put the fish into the goldfish's tank. The goldfish, named Fred, was a little surprised to see such a big fish in his tank, but he was hungry and began to eat the fish. The family watched in amazement as Fred gobbled up the entire fish. When he was finished, he looked up at the family and said, "Thanks for the delicious meal, but I have to go now." The family was shocked. They had never heard a fish speak before. They looked at each other and shrugged, thinking they must have imagined it. The next day, Harry went out to sea again, hoping for a better catch. This time, he was successful and caught several fish. When he returned home, he showed the fish to his family, and they were thrilled. As Harry began to prepare the fish for dinner, they heard a strange noise coming from the goldfish's tank. They looked over and saw that Fred had grown to the size of a small shark. "Fred, what happened?" Jane asked, amazed. "I think it was that big fish you gave me yesterday. It gave me a growth spurt," Fred replied. The family couldn't believe it. They had never heard of a fish growing so quickly. But they were happy to have a pet that could talk and grow to such an impressive size. Over the next few days, Fred continued to grow, and the family had to move him to a larger tank. He became the talk of the town, and people came from all over to see the talking, growing goldfish. But one day, something strange happened. As Fred grew bigger and bigger, he began to develop arms and legs. Before they knew it, Fred had transformed into a human-like creature. The family was stunned. They had never seen anything like it before. But Fred seemed happy and content in his new form. He had become a part of their family, and they loved him just the same. From that day on, Fred continued to live with the family, and they enjoyed many more funny and magical moments with their talking, growing, and now human-like goldfish.